saying about the fact that you're dating. I'm not dating. I don't even know. I'm just saying we could throw. I never even out all day. Again, let's make it clear. Yeah. It's not about whether you were dating Janice or not. It is what it is. Porsha. Or not. Let's be real. You're going through a divorce, right? So your energy and smoke for me isn't really real. No. That's the elephant in the room, and that's the...
Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down.
I have something to share with you guys.
Who's pregnant?
No. I'm having some feelings I didn't expect. Brit Edie is so ridiculous that I'm starting to feel like I have no choice but to stand. Like, I think I might love her. I know everybody's gonna drag me, but she's so entertaining to me.
I hope you're recording, and I hope you're catching this shit.
It's recording, and I think it's time that we start looking for another co-host, because that was just a lot for me there. I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it either.
I got very nervous because the last time I talked to him, he was at the doctor's. So I was like, that's what I was no, I was like, Brit was the last thing.
I got the doctor for my prep follow-up.
I don't know. Okay, well, great.
Shit.
You know, it's
Pride.
It's Pride Month. I had to get right, get ready.
I know that's right.
Happy Pride, y'all.
Thank you have a realization about Brit. I have a realization about Drew.
Mm.
This episode, the last 3 episodes have really opened my eyes up to Drew in a way that has completely shifted my perspective. But anywho, how was everybody's weekend?
Woo, it was lovely.
I was gonna say,
happy birthday, Denise. I did tell her happy birthday, but just saying it again in case she watches.
Happy birthday, girl. I'm sure you were outside, Jerry. What else is new?
I was.
Very nasty on his off day. Talking about don't message him on his off day.
Can you imagine?
Very nasty.
Very nasty. Very nasty.
That'll change when he get his other stream of income, child. Trust me.
Yes, it will. Let me know what I need to do.
But D, how was your weekend?
It was very chill. This was the first weekend without anyone at my new home. So this is my first official week in my new home. So very chill, relaxing, getting ready for Gemini season.
Well, I mean, we're here now.
Are we in Gemini? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, my hubby's birthday is this weekend, so this should be interesting.
Oh, yes.
On what day?
Is it? When's his birthday?
He's the 8th. Him and Kanye have the same birthday.
My grandmother's birthday is the 6th.
My mom is the 6th.
Get up there.
6. What year was she born?
63.
Oh, my mom was born in 63.
Now all these damn 6s.
And she'll be 62 this year.
I'm crying. What you do this weekend?
So this weekend was pretty chill for me. You know, like I knocked out a lot of content. I think I told Danielle this, but now I'm about to tell everybody. But I got a Pride partnership with American Eagle.
Okay.
So, you know, just waiting for everything to be, well, everything is signed on the dotted line. I'm just waiting on to receive the product line because I think they're sending me like the full product line, which is I'm excited about. And so I will be an American Eagle girly. Haven't been an American Eagle girly since high school.
I know. I kind of forgot they existed until you brought them up just now.
Honestly, but you know what though? That was the time to be alive.
Yeah.
If you weren't wearing that in the early 2000s, like you were not that girl.
I want to kill my mom.
Specifically, the American Eagle draws that the gays used to wear out.
Oh, woo! Welcome to the Everybody Just Calm Down, the podcast. I am your boy Po Theory.
I'm Jared.
And I'm Danielle.
And we are here to review Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 13, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfecto. So, and again, thank you to everybody that watched our last video. Y'all really went up on there. Y'all commented. We really appreciate it. Hopefully y'all come back to watch this lovely review. But let's get into it. So we open up with Shamia, and of course, in more Gucci. It's always gonna be Gucci. It's always gonna be a label just
let
plastered across.
let me just say, I want to know who her shopper is at Neiman's and at Saks, because I know for one thing she put some kids through college. That
Oh,
commission on all them
listen,
pieces, well, unless you're still going to the showroom.
Yeah, she be at the showroom
but
with Phaedra, child.
yeah, the only thing I feel like that Balenciaga was definitely showroom because
Mhm.
I just can't see anyone buying that.
Yeah,
And like in my brain, I just can't see anyone buying that with it being so monogram. But like that Gucci set that she's like boxing up stuff for, that's
yeah,
hers probably.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
maybe she be
yeah.
going to the archive.
I was thinking that too. Is it still
Was it ever?
open? Oh,
Hello, because we never got to see it
oh
at
my
the end of the
God.
day. But Shamia is basically what looks like she has compiled a damn bedroom or two of stuff that is going to Grenada, and she's also giving a beautiful lesson to her daughter about when you have so much is, how does it go? When you
Pay
have
it
a lot,
forward.
yeah, there we
Yeah,
go. Pay all of your lovely blessings forward.
right.
And I don't, obviously we don't know with editing, but it seemed like when she explained it to her, she got it very quickly. It just seems like Shamia is just, if she's half the type of friend, if she's half the mother that she is as a friend, if I'm saying that properly, she's a
Yeah.
phenomenal mother
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
because the way she be
100%.
following behind Porsha.
But
But
you can,
carry on.
but you can tell by when she was speaking to, is it Shiloh? Shiloh was the baby, or
Shia.
Shia.
Shia. Where is Shia? Where is Shia?
I
Look,
miss her.
Mm.
with Shia, you can tell that this isn't her first time seeing her mom donate or speak about those things, because you can just feel the energy there, and like you said, Aaron, you can tell that also that her kids, they know they have a lot, but they also both come from parents that know what it is to work for what you have. It's a difference
Mm-hmm.
from it being just given to you. Her father is an immigrant man who came to this country and did very well for himself. So I'm sure, and if I know African parents the way that I think I do, they don't play that. So he's still a very Americanized black dad, but he still has that, like, hey, listen, you're supposed to give, or you're supposed to do good in life, and then you receive it back. But I feel like for Shamia, on the other hand, she has that. I mean, she's a like she's a Southern belle, so you can tell her mothering is very nurturing in a way with both of her kids, especially having a special needs child as well. I think that also softens her up. Not saying that Shiloh is special needs, but she's had a lot of things going on with her, so I think that also makes Shamia more personal, because there's a mom just like her who's out there, minus the mega mansion. She's very relatable.
Facts. And just for everyone watching, Danielle is not wearing a bra. This is some contraption that she's got going on, child. I just because I was looking off to the right, and then I was like, oh yeah, she's not wearing a bra. She's not wearing a bra.
Listen, this is a Wolford piece. It's nothing. It's a full bodysuit, guys. But Ben and Sam,
Oh
since
my
they not
god.
Coco and Chanel. No,
Also,
Ben and Sam.
does my head look big?
No, okay, so I'm looking at you too, Jared. Your head don't look big. Your frame looks smaller. Like
Dainty.
you look dainty right now.
Okay, that's
Like
what I thought
you
too. Yeah.
you always have shoulders. And your
Yeah.
shoulder, I think it's the cut of that top.
Yeah, I think so
What is
too.
happening
And
today?
I just looked at myself and I was like, damn, your head look big.
Yeah.
But that,
Like, what's
listen,
going on?
you're getting thin for the summer, sweetie. You look great.
No, but he doesn't lose his shoulders. Like it was just a
Shoulder,
week ago. He's a Spider Man.
shoulders get chiseled down. Maybe he had an afternoon procedure. Who knows?
I cannot. But Kelly comes with a truck full of water. We find out Cynthia donated and already dropped off her stuff. Drew donated a lot of stuff. It seems like Porsha maybe sent some money instead of donating. I'm
Maybe
not really
belongings,
sure.
yeah.
And then Angela, we're not very clear on what Angela did, but 9 times out of 10, we know Angela did something. Now, this is where I have a major issue, and it just continued on from last episode. Get her off the show. Get her off the show.
That's so ridiculous.
She comes in looking all dry and disheveled, like she just had to carry boxes on boxes. She comes in with this little box, Brit. And what did she say? Oh, I mean, this is all I could fit in my car. But they'll be coming with more stuff. And I don't know if y'all caught how Kelly was just like, oh no, we'll get it. Where the rest of the stuff at? And they're like, no, they're coming. And Shamia's like, well, they're coming to pick up the stuff in an hour.
They need to be here before 5 because she said 5 o'clock, which meaning when they met, that was earlier in the day. So you're talking about the end of the day, sweetie. No, they're coming before lunch. What are we talking about? Why did she do that?
Jared, speak for your girl.
I thought it was hilarious. First of all, going back to Kelly, I think that's the best I've ever seen Kelly look. I like the stripped down version of her. Much better.
Yeah.
And then Brit. You gonna show up with this empty box. And then what was the same point for me? She gives them this empty ass box, talking about her shit, then proceeds to follow it up with, so did you guys enjoy my event?
What?
Girl. And then on top of that, which I don't know if you guys saw, I'm gonna put it in the video. I don't know if you guys saw when she's trying to like blame it on the party planner. You know, the party planner put her on blast.
Mm.
Oh, absolutely. And so did the country club.
Yeah.
Because they did not pay that bill. Like, this
What
is
bill?
so ghetto. This is so ghetto. Like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm sorry. It doesn't make us look good. I'm sorry.
She's declassing the show.
She is.
Why did I want to know? Okay, riddle me this. When she packed up her car, right? Well, when she packed up the box, so maybe that was the same box from the event planner because it was nothing inside. When they opened that box up, and when I say she had 3 items in there, girl, Jared, what is wrong with you?
And then let's not forget, she then went into the confessional and tried to blame it on Shamia and say Shamia told her last minute.
Right.
Sweetie, last episode, we saw a flashback of them talking about going to Grenada with everyone on the call, on the FaceTime, talking about that. Why are you, like, what are you talking about?
Right.
There's just something... I really need to sit with it to figure out the wording that I want to use when it comes to her. It's like there's a nasty selfish spirit about her. Like it's literally what the lesson that Shamia was trying to teach her. Maybe that's what it is. It's like you trying to be that girl when you're really not that girl.
Simpleton.
Yeah, I guess. Ugh. But yeah.
I don't know, Jared, I don't know why you started that talking about you're enjoying her. Now, how you enjoy a damn brick? That girl don't know what day is up or down.
Because she's literally a clown. My note said Brit is a clown. And it just entertains me. I'm sorry.
See, but it's not even like Sheree. Like Sheree was,
yeah.
Like Sheree at least had something.
No, Jared is saying court gesture.
Literally. And so then we move on to Porsha and Drew.
Oh my God. Note on this was, oh my God, why?
For me, I'm gonna just keep it funky with y'all. This is where I turned for Drew. I feel like and I think it's more on the lines of production as well. I feel like at this point is when they decided Drew's gonna come back with a peach. I feel like they were testing Drew all prior to, because it just didn't really seem like, and I feel like the last episode and this episode, well, the thing that happened at the Bailey Q last episode and this now feels like they're really putting her in there and giving her, time to shine. The way that she bodied Porsha in this sit down, Porsha tried to come in with that, all that, like, weird, like passive aggressive
aggressive.
energy. Oh, I'm fine. I'm just telling you how I felt about things. And the way, like, Drew just ate her up. But they start off basically bringing up the Dennis of it all. And basically, Drew comes right back at her like, well, I found out from Angela that you filmed with Ralph, with Shamia. It's not equivalent. The equivalence would be Drew filming with the dude that's in ICE right now, Simon. Filming with Simon. That would be equivalent. And I don't know. It's not landing well. It's what it's giving is she had a plan for her and Kenya to be the leaders of the show. And when Kenya got kicked off, it's like, oh, what do I do now? What do I do now? Because I feel like, yeah, like it was almost like she wanted to be that girl that was not a number 2 to Kenya, but like the Kenya, calm down, girl, like talking all this with Kenya. And then when Kenya acts up, she's like, girl, stop. Come on, you can't be acting like that. You know, that type of thing.
I feel like in the beginning, I don't know which one of us said it or if it was collectively, but we said that Porsha was not the girl to be the number 1 on the show. It was just the domino effect of what happened with the Kenya debacle is what took everything down. That's why they whisked Phaedra back in to save the because it was really going downhill. They actually would. I don't think they would have even Phaedra. They were even interested in Phaedra if Kenya the debacle wasn't going because they were very excited to bring her back in. Porsha. I don't think Porsha could stand on her own as her being first. Her being first chair is not the same as Dorit being first chair. It's not the same as anyone else. Porsha is not the girl to stand alone. Period. I just don't think so. I just don't think she's strong enough for that. The only thing she has on the other girls is the longevity of being on the show.
I disagree a little bit. I mean, Porsha she can't carry the show. Porsha can be an anchor. She can't be an anchor by herself. She definitely needs somebody to bounce off of and somebody to help her with her. I mean, Porsha performed in the past. She's been first chair several times and performed well and, has been in that seat and that person. But like I said, she always has somebody to volley off of.
Cast members.
Yeah, it depends on the rest of the cast. So I'm like 50-50 on that. With Drew, going back to Aaron and Drew and how she handled this scene, I enjoyed this because Drew actually played Porsha's game but did it better than her and matched her energy but did it much better. So that was fun to watch. And also I appreciated the fact that Drew basically clocked that Porsha was coming for her basically because she can't really talk about her divorce like the streets have been saying. Basically. And the fact that Drew clocked it, I enjoyed that as well.
Agreed. And one of the things I did not like and I loved how she came right back at her with this, I'm going through a divorce.
Right.
You going through a divorce. The last thing that you should feel comfortable saying on this camera right now is that I'm talking to somebody.
Right.
I'm going through a divorce and you bring up someone that is tied to my music. So it's like a double whammy. You don't know what situation that this man has going on at his home. And then now you pointed out there that I'm dating him while I'm going through a divorce with this weird judge that got all these rules and stuff like that. And what Drew do? Well, I heard you was dating Future.
Yep.
Came right back. When she came right out.
Like
that was my favorite part.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, ooh.
And it shifted my perspective on Drew, where it used to irritate me, like when she would do the like all that stuff, like Drew say something, but now I'm realizing that in this whole little thing that she has with Porsha, I don't think she take it serious. Like girl, stop being dumb. Yeah. Like know this is not the case. We saw her get activated in Drew's way of getting activated. The Dennis thing, if you got to be crazy for you to think that I'm sleeping with Dennis,
right?
But this black thing, people don't know
this
black.
Could live.
This could actually go somewhere. So cut that out. And I was with that. And then of course, Porsha does what she does when she realizes that she's losing. When she doesn't look good, she storms out. And what she say? Now I see why Simon left you, and you're about to lose Shamia. I said, well, goddamn.
Yeah.
Why did she say that when that girl walked out the door? I was like, damn, Drew.
No, eat her up.
Eat her up.
Because what is you're going through a divorce.
Yeah, no.
Why would you say that I'm dating someone else? Like, come on. Like that was not okay. That bothered me.
That was weird.
It was. And so then we move on to Kelly and her kids. The kids, one of them twins, check the hell out of Kelly. I can't remember which word. Well, I
Her
can't tell you the
kids is
part.
always checking her.
She said something like, well, I don't want these people in my business if he drops us off at school. By the way, Lamont, slide in my DM, my guy. I love a man with dark facial hair features. Like, oh,
Very
he's something
strong
about him.
brows. Very
Yes,
strong
like I love a
brows.
good. I mean, come on now, I love a good.
Okay,
I love a
sweetie.
man with a good brow, sweetie.
Uncle
I don't
Lamont.
have to paint mine sweets.
Ooh.
Can't say Nastasia.
She tried to come for me right there. Like I had to eat her up.
You come for
Um,
Lamont.
no, I love Lamont. So Lamont drops a bomb that he spoke with Kelly's ex-husband. He felt like because they had a great relationship that he could somehow get some leeway. How would y'all feel if a friend did that if y'all were in that same situation? Like how would y'all feel about that?
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm I'm fine with it. Like,
Yeah.
and again, for the friendship that we know, Lamont. I mean, we don't, and we never dug deep into their relationship. But as we could see, the kids are saying Uncle Lamont. He's in the home. He's in the kitchen. If that were one of my closest, yeah, there would be no issue, and it probably has been done before in our relationship.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
if
I
you're
don't
going
see any
into it
problem with
with
it.
the best intentions and you're trying to kind
Yeah.
of, if you
Oh,
know both of us and you're
absolutely.
trying to mitigate the situation, then yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
You're living this. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I did the reason I think in the scenarios in the way you guys are playing it, I agree. But in what she's experiencing, he's a loose cannon at the end of the day. Like, why would you even go over there and talk to him? And he threatened me in court. He's what can you do? He
It,
did as a black man in America. He did this in front of a judge.
I think the only reason why this worked for them or why he
It
did
didn't
it is
work.
because it didn't work. It did backfire. But I think he was just like, let me give it a chance because of the simple fact they must have had a really close bond at one point, or we're still having some type of communication after or after the divorce was happening. That's why I
No,
feel like
dog.
he felt as though he could go to him, and then he did lose it. So I was like, okay, I did try. But he
But
was coming
then
into it thinking he wouldn't lose it, though. He genuinely thought
no,
that.
but then that you're delusional. You're delusional. That's one. And then two, some things are just if it's going to end the way that it ended that conversation, then you just don't even bring up that you talked to the guy
That's
See,
fair.
because she just needs more. There's just more knowing how horrible of a guy her ex is.
but see, I still disagree with that because again, like it literally, if my gay bestie told me that, and Weez and I were separating, and he talked to Weez behind my back, and then told me about it, I would not be I wouldn't be upset with Mal or that he had a conversation with him. I'd still want to know whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. I guess it really just depends on what type of person you are to receive that information. Kelly is still in a broken place too, and she's still currently going through legal issues. He's
Exactly.
still trying to snatch the money away from her.
Yeah. I
So I think
guess.
that's what it is. So I guess it just depends on what type of person you are after the aftermath.
Nah, facts. Okay. And so then we move on to the girls getting ready or arriving to the airport. I don't know if y'all clocked it, but Angela looked really good at the airport. Like, well, honestly, Angela looked really good from the airport to the end of the episode.
Hmm.
But she looked very fresh faced. She looked really good to me. Um, I I guess this is the first time that all the other girls are seeing Phaedra or meeting Phaedra. And of
Mhm.
course, here come Phaedra throwing shade at Angela, saying she's the oldest looking young person she's ever met. Um, Phaedra, unfortunately, this might not be what you want because she's a
Well,
fan favorite.
And
well,
it
And
the
you
girls,
was
might
well,
not want that.
uncalled for. Like I didn't get it.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Well,
It made
that
no
it was
sense.
well that and the girls actually did her on Twitter for saying, "No, Phaedra, you're actually the oldest looking girl, younger
Hmm.
person that we've actually seen. The girls have been calling you old for years, Phaedra. They actually ate her up for that on social media just for saying that. And you look good now, Phaedra, but way back when you didn't look like that."
No, that's a fact. I didn't like that because we don't need you coming to the show with that type of energy. Like it
Hmm.
just it feels nasty. At like yeah,
How, how, how old is Angela?
43, I think, or something like
Oh,
that.
she is.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
But I don't think for me you can I don't know, it just I just we don't need that type of energy. I especially when it's like uncalled for.
Yeah.
Like the oldest
fair.
looking young, like
Yeah,
she ain't even did
was
nothing
weird.
to you or said anything to you. And then let's be clear, Phaedra, you're not even that girl to when it comes to like a verbal joust. I know that people love to say, "Oh, Phaedra can read." In my opinion, Phaedra cannot really be that great. She's not that great of a reader when it's like going back to back, head to head like that. Like she's
a one
she
offer.
doesn't. She's not.
Yeah,
She's
she's the
not
one
that
offer.
quick, in my opinion.
I think she is.
You think you've been saying that,
Yeah.
and I just don't. I don't see it.
It could be both ways.
When the heat is really on, I don't see it. I don't see it with
She
her.
ate Kenya up during the season 5 reunion. Not season
Oh,
6, when she had the long read. Season 5 before that, when she was pregnant, she was eating Kenya up that reunion too.
Oh, she did, but Kenya. I mean,
yeah.
it's Kenya,
Well,
especially back then.
let's be real. Phaedra actually does most of her readings on the reunions. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so the ladies land and Shamia doesn't have her luggage, and I was like, please lose all the labels that I know that were in there, child. They get back in their cars, they're heading to the villa or whatever. Phaedra asks like where all the beef is, and Angela says it's with Drew. Kind of gags me. I'm like, I guess slightly fast forwarding to Kelly saying that Drew is the common denominator. I'm like, damn, that many people got a problem with Drew? I was gagged by that, but okay. Definitely putting Grenada on my travel list. That place looked phenomenal when I got
Yeah, the
there.
villas were cute. No, the villas were cute.
Jesus.
Not a fan of the men on stilts with the tongues, but no, I was not a fan. I was like, is this Bolo 2.0 Grenada edition? Like, what's going on here? I didn't know what was going on. But the property was gorgeous. Staff looked very helpful. I was like, okay, I enjoy. Now get into the rooms.
Right. So yeah, so then they all go in. Shamia and Kelly basically start to split up the rooms, and they basically say that they wanted to put people outside of their comfort level when it came to who they're rooming with. And
Which I appreciated.
Same. We had Porsha and Angela. When they were twerking on each other, I said, Angela, what are you doing? Did you catch Angela's little twerk? She was like,
nah.
I said, Lord, child, what was that? We had Brit and Phaedra together. And then we had Cynthia and Drew. Am I missing anyone? We know Kelly and Shamia were together.
That was it.
And then we kind of like fast forward to Cynthia and Drew. We found out that Drew mentioned Shamia in a post. I didn't know that, but I'm here for it. Call her out if you're gonna. She tagged her and everything.
I actually remember that. I forgot about that, but I remember when that happened in real time.
Yeah, you talking about me on the radio. Why can't I say that about why can't I say that about you? Literally in my notes I say I think I'm starting to like Drew. We learned about Cynthia's new man named Amsterdam. He's much younger. Drew says she's actually not dating anyone. She tells Cynthia that Porsha filmed with Ralph, and Cynthia basically says, you know, Portia's about that get back, which we are all very well aware of. And so then we fast forward to the women. They're heading to dinner. I must say, honey, Shamia looked phenomenal.
She did look pretty.
That crochet on that skin. She looked phenomenal. I would say all the women looked phenomenal except for Drew. I don't. Why would you wear sequin on a Trump? Like what?
She never gets it though.
No, she got it last episode.
She's been very hit or miss this. Now this season has been her best season so far, but
this hasn't been her best season.
It's still very hit or miss.
Yes, it's either the wigs and the accessories don't work, or the whole outfit doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's like it's a lot. It's scatterbrain.
Oh, it gagged me. I was just like, why is she wearing this? Like, what's happening here? Now when they sit down for the dinner, which the setup for the dinner was beautiful. I love that table arrangement. They started talking about massages and having happy endings. Have y'all ever had a happy ending at with the massage?
No, but I want one.
I have.
Really, I have not, and I wish that I would actually receive. I've actually done a happy ending, but I've never.
Wait, to your husband?
Well, yeah.
That's not a happy ending.
Well, it was. We were getting massages. Like
no, a happy ending is not like it's supposed to be with a stranger with a masseuse.
Well, a straight sweetie. I'm not going around in glory holes. What do you? I'm a married woman. Please.
What is okay?
Wait,
Do
Aaron,
you
where did
not
you
know what
get
a
your
glory
happy
hole?
ending at?
Oh,
I
is the
can't tell
place
you
still
where.
open?
What do you mean where I got it at?
Like, were you at like a resort? Was it like a massage? You went to a massage?
Were
Like,
you
what
at
was
a
it again?
parlor
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I went to like a little place.
Oh,
in
okay.
Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Did they ask if you wanted the happy ending, or
Ooh,
they just went for it?
Just went for it.
Okay.
rub and
Yeah,
tug. I'm not mad.
it was
Okay.
great. It was like a
Mm.
little. It started off with like a swipe, and
Oh.
I didn't react,
Mm-hmm.
and so they was like, okay, well let's see, and I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
great. It was great to me. Had a
Ooh,
good old time.
okay.
Um,
Did you
but
tip?
of course, I would tip even if that didn't
Did
happen.
you extra tip though?
I mean, no,
Oh,
cute little
she
20%.
bitch.
Um, but Kelly brings up the beef between Shamia and Drew and how they should squash it. And Shamia says she tried to get past it, but Drew doubled down on it. And Drew says, well, actually, you took back bad information. And that is why, essentially I said that you were a lapdog for Porsha. And then, Shamia is denying it or whatever the case may be. And then Drew says, a hit dog will holler. And then this is the thing that threw me off. Why should Shamia getting upset by that? Like, oh my God. It's like she was looking for a reason to get upset, but you were literally barking at the table, my guy.
When they did the clip back of her barking, that really sent me. I was like, "Oh my god, lady, you were at that table barking." Boo.
Like,
But you
girl,
know what though? Did you notice that Shamia was already mad and annoyed when they were assigning rooms? And she went to when because her and Cynthia were rooming together, she asked Cynthia what number was her room. She completely skipped over Drew. Did you guys keep that? Like
what do you
she
mean?
completely she like
Oh, yeah,
passed
yeah,
she
yeah,
passed
yeah.
her up. Like mind you, Shamia is sitting right next to the girl, which was that's what made it so obvious. But she had been avoiding her that lady like the plague since they had first gotten her anyway.
Who had been
Shamia
avoiding who?
Shamia had been avoiding Drew this entire time from the room situation when they were at the table.
But remember, she said, when they were talking about it, remember she said that Cynthia was the first one to grab it. So I think that might be as to why she went to Cynthia first.
I guess she ain't look at that lady like she was like you know what I mean, like you know when you're looking past someone. She pretty much did that the entire time. Mind you, Drew was sitting right next to her. So I think this kind of just boiled over. And but to your point, why she got so snappy just off of a hit dog Wahala.
Shamia is saying that it's all about accountability and Drew isn't taking any. Last time I checked, when it comes to this whole debacle, Drew has literally said, yeah, I said it, and this is why I said it. That is the definition of accountability.
Yeah.
Right.
Drew is being extremely accountable about why she said what she said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you just. I think it's really throwing Shamia that the whole like it's not telephone. It's like, no, I said it.
Right.
What you gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm.
We're here now,
Basically,
and she can't take it. She wants Drew to bow down, and she can't take it.
I also think too they have a perception of Drew because she has been non-confrontational this entire time. She has been letting people she has been bowing down if she's been wrong. She hasn't really put up a fight to anyone really, even if she has gotten into these little quarrels. And this is the first season that she's actually not every time you have something to say, she's very quick with the tongue. So I
Yeah,
think the girls are just surprised at that. That's what it
I
is.
agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, girl. So
Understand.
then Angela jumps in and says, well, we just want to make sure that we're able to have conversations with you and you won't run back to Porsha and say what we've said. And Phaedra makes a really good point. It's like, well, let's be serious. Do you honestly think that you can have a conversation with her about her best friend and she not run it back?
Spot
Um,
on.
but also too,
Are you
Angela comes
friends?
back with the hammer. Angela basically says,
Mm.
look, we're not prying into your relationship. These are feelings that Shamia has about Porsha, that she has been having about Porsha, that she needed to get off her chest when she told us. And so when she said that, I was like, I was sitting there like, how is Shamia going to respond to this? Angela just really just laid it out on the table. And Shamia just basically said, well, it's not like I'm just walking up to y'all and telling y'all this stuff. And it's like, but Shamia, you are saying it though. It's yes, they
Yeah.
could, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, they are coming to you. It's not like you're just walking up to them and saying, hey, I'm having these
Mhm.
issues with Porsha.
Yeah. Well,
But you're still telling them you having issues with Porsha. That's the thing. Because they can say whatever they want about Porsha, but it's up to you to respond and say what your grievances are about Porsha. And that's what you keep doing.
Right.
Like
but that's where she's always going to go wrong at, because I feel like the way it's being received is that with Shamia is like, I'm not constantly going back and forth telling you guys that, oh, we had a fight, this happened, this happened. But once you open up that can of worms, you've already opened it. You already said one thing was too many things. So this could still be the same conversation circulating around the group, but at the same time, you've already mentioned it. So you opened the door. That's why they keep saying that. That
no
that's
fact.
that's genuinely why. I don't believe that she's going back and forth to these ladies, telling them every little thing about Portia and her's relationship. But the couple things was said, they're still standing.
Right.
They lived.
Portia says she finds it odd that everyone is going to Shamia about their friendship but not coming to her. And then Kelly asks, well, do you think you've been a good friend to Shamia? And then Portia doesn't answer. She just says, well, I've already had the conversation with Shamia and we're good. And I like Kelly coming right back and saying, well, the reason I'm asking you, because you literally just said that no one is coming to you, and now we're coming to you and you have nothing to say. And she said, no, that was before. And just when I just was like, you know what? All the smoke I had for Shamia, I'm gonna just let it slide. I'm gonna let it go. This girl got into her confessional and said, the way Portia is having my back here, this is all I could ask for. I'm like, oh, you think this is? Oh wow, it's like crumbs. It's like that's
Girl,
how they teach you. Like if you give the girls crumbs when you do a little bit more than crumb, they think you just gave them a 4-course meal, honey. Like what? Like girl, what?
that gagged me.
She was touched.
From what?
I,
She didn't.
Listen.
She wasn't defending the relate. She wasn't defending you. Portia did not want to be the target had
yeah,
she allowed that conversation to go because she would have been the
right.
target.
Well,
That's what she
you're the bad
did.
because Portia is the bad friend in this situation. That's why.
Yeah,
Exactly. What are
exactly.
you gonna say, Jared?
Nah, well, Shamia, she had a tough day. She didn't have no draws. She was sensitive. She was appreciative.
Ciao. I cannot.
What?
Um, but then
God.
Kelly turns it to Drew saying everybody has a problem with Drew except for Cynthia. And I'm sitting there like, okay, well,
Yeah, I was confused by this.
you got a problem with Drew? Angela got a problem with Drew too? Like, I'm confused. Why everyone has a problem with Drew?
Even Looney Tune Brit, like, I'm like, they don't have no
Yeah,
issue that I'm aware of.
Right.
well, she makes some things in her head. She probably made that up. So that
That's what I
she
said.
doesn't count.
Yeah, that's the thing. Brit hadn't even made up an issue. She could at least made up something.
Facts. Drew and Portia get into it again. They basically, is this a resolution? I feel like we've had multiple resolutions with them.
Right.
Over the
Like I
same.
just literally over the same thing. But essentially, Portia ends up somewhat apologizing for how she came at Drew the first time because she did come in hot that very first time. And Drew, where I think prior to this episode, I'm like, oh, corny Drew saying give Portia a hand clap. But I actually think she meant it like that is growth. It is growth. And Portia thought it was shade at first. And then when everybody was like, no, that's gross, she was like, oh, okay, well, since everybody else thinks it's gross, I'll take it. Whatever the case may be. And then again, Jared, talk about your girl at the end. You take it over. What's your girl say?
And then Brit goes out with a bang. Look at trying to start something, trying to have a moment with Phaedra. She invited Apollo and Shireen, which actually was appropriate because her event seems like the type of caliber that Apollo and Shireen would attend, or they should be invited to.
Wait, do
But
they not eat?
I don't know what they do. But yeah, Brit tries to make a moment happen with Phaedra. Phaedra completely pays it dust. And we end the episode on a high note. Brit Edie going out with a bang.
Like
What?
Brit,
Did you see Kelly like pull her hair? Because what planet are you on, girl?
Fucking
It's a mess.
lunatic.
Yeah. like-
Oh, and also was Apollo and Shireen gonna be at one of the tables with no food?
Well, so that's what I was
Lee,
gonna say. Absolutely, you can't sit there with Phaedra. We saw what happened on
we
Married to Medicine.
we received a comment where they brought up another YouTuber saying that one of the YouTubers were there and said that people that they did eat. But I went and watched what he actually did say. The table of content creators, YouTubers, they got food, not the regular people, because there's a video of them recording her saying, "I'm bringing y'all food because I don't want y'all talking about me."
But
She's
you
such a
still
joke.
gave the food to half of the event, girl. So you still picked and choose who you decided should and
Yes,
should not eat.
exactly. And
You
guess
did
what? And
Our
guess
most
what?
beautiful ladies.
Yes, and still did not pay the bill.
and
Like, I
still didn't do
just,
the bill.
anywho, let's get into the favorite part of the show.
Mm,
And that is,
Everybody, just calm down.
girl, just calm down.
mm.
Yes. So for me, who needs to calm down? I would say it's gonna be a holdover from last episode, and that's gonna be Brit. Extremely selfish, trashy, demoralizing, coming there with that little box and continuously blaming everything on everyone else. It was Shamia's fault that it was last minute for her to drop the stuff off. It was the party planner's fault for putting out chairs and placemats for a sit down dinner. It was her fault.
Yeah.
She has no accountability. She's just I really have to sit with myself and figure out what the word I want to use for her, but it's Brit for me.
For me, it's gonna be the lapdog, Shamia.
Ooh.
Shamia, I just think, has entirely too much smoke for Drew. She keeps looking foolish, and it's only because Drew is telling the truth. And Shamia's proving her right at every corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Mine is actually going to be Portia. I think Portia needs to calm down because and I'm not a Drew fan at all, um, by any means, but bringing up or trying to bring up somebody else's dirt, but then it backfire on you is nasty. So, what you should have been prepared for, if you're going to eat somebody up, make sure you have all the facts, make sure they're correct, and make sure they can't come back at you with anything because you came back with her who you thought she was dealing with, and she came back with you with a name that you raised your eyebrows to
Hmm.
because that's word on the street. So, you're not the only person with your ear to the street. So, Portia, you got to calm down for that, sweetie.
I agree with that. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Everybody Just Calm Down, the podcast. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.
Bye, guys.